2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Check out. I'm here all day. I'm here all day. Tight go, tight go, tight go. Bang, 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 bang.
A first carry now. This is Johnson. Johnson with a burst, a first down or more. David Johnson on his way. And he's hauled away down to the 6-yard line. A huge play there right off the bat. 68 yards. Luck now to throw. Toward the pylon, caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. David Johnson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. McManus's point after is good, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Come on, set. 30 base.
Let's go.
Set, go.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out. Because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist.
Leo.
Safe. Out.
61, matchbox, get it.
This is Hines. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. An ideal start defensively. They already have the touchdown. Now they get the stop.
Just like they drew it up on the chalkboard. Does that sound dated? Right? Am I out of touch a little bit?
It's all right.
All right, grease board, heck, computer, exactly what you want, though. Score on your first drive, stop them on the first drive defensively.
And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
Let's go.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Rush in. 36. Check 3. He's coming. We got double up.
On 2nd down, it's Lindsey. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
Hey, Orville.
That's the left. Gone right. Shoot. Hey, alert 3.
3rd and 2, Luck. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. It's a big play there for the Broncos. And even 40 yards. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Hey, watch it. Shoot. We're wrong.
This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
It's easy one.
when we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Line 40. Check. Watch 54. Let's go, defense. Let's get it.
From the 22, Luck. And it's caught. First catch so far for the man who led the NFL coming into the weekend. He's got a first down. They'll run it with Johnson. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it. Mike, check. 59. Silver.
Come on.
Just beating the play clock is Locke. The quick slant caught. He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back. A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another second and goal. A very valuable 9-yard pickup, and now they're set up a little better here for third and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop ball right around the 5 here, brings up third.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Phillip Lindsay, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. That's 2 really excellent drives for them to start this ballgame, both ending with touchdown passes.
In big picture, they look great, don't they? Like a well-oiled machine right now. But let's down focus a little bit and talk about the guy calling the signals and throwing the passes. He is playing with precision right now, scanning the field and making excellent throws.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Go! Shoot!
On first down, Locke. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. A good pickup there at 22.
That's good for a Colts. First down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
15,
Let him know.
They'll run on first down. It's Hines, and he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in, your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. Throwing now is Locke. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
Check 31.
They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Let's go, D. Whip. Watch the whip. Spine. No. Slam it.
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Luck is going to let this one go deep. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 39-yard line.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
He's checking. Let's go, Mexico. Watch the twitch. Kill. Check safety. Slam. Hey, get him. You got him.
Shotgun snap and a give to Lindsey. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Switch. Watch the eye.
Luck looks to throw on 3rd and 1. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jabal Sheard in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. The punt team on now as this one's sent away. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
Watch his flag. Go out. Hustle.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on third down.
No.
On play action, lock. And that will be incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Sanchez on the punt for the Colts.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half good.
Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell.
So first thing across my mind is, why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Hines. They find some open field here. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines, his 9th touchdown of the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. And a lot of football, full half to be played. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into half.
A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction. Excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check.
Back to the air. Luck on second down.
Let's go.
Green brings it in. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Luck on first down. He completes this to Sutton. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
First down, Broncos.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Throwing again is Luck. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. The field goal unit on the sideline. They're going to go with 1 second left.
Hey, Alpha.
The final shot before the break. Luck toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready, set.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Blue down.
They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Tackle made there by Trayvon Howard.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
All right. Here we go. Let's go, D. Let's go.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Shift.
Hey. High 7. Look at me. Door. Get it.
Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. Looking deep for Hilton. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Check 25. Banjo.
The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Denver has a first down on the 15-yard play.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Now a first down throw. Luck. This is the tight end fan. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards. On 1st and 10, Luck. And Luck will be intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked off near the 42. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Phillip Lindsay the intended target.
All right, Brandon. Normally when you hear about guys making 2 interceptions in the game, you're thinking must be a free safety, maybe a corner. How about getting 2 picks out of one of your linebackers? Again, he's just in the right place at the right time. That's another great play to come away with the football.
They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
90, Wolf.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
They fake the handoff. Now Locke. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion.
6 yards to go.
Let's go.
Well, they need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down.
Check 13. Check 13. Shift. Watch the shift.
Hey.
Check the call. Check the call.
They run with Hines. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
And this one is no good. He missed it, and we will remain tied here in this 3rd quarter.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
Let's see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. A pass there complete to Sutton. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down. Luck now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. They'll run it with Johnson. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Check 3. I got him, man.
They'll run. It's Lindsay. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3.
Check 26, check 26, check.
They'll try and run for it with Lindsay. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll be 4th down.
He wasn't ready. Right there, 54.
Here we go on 4th. Rock. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. Got a man that's caught at the 6-yard line. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Back now in Indianapolis. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll run with Lindsay. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. 2nd and goal from the 1.
Check 50, check 50.
2nd and goal. At the 1-yard line.
They'll try to run with Lindsey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. They've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
Bravo!
From the gun, here's Locke. He's got his big tight end, Fant. A great job to hold him to just a yard there. Now it's 4th and goal. And no movement for the field goal unit to break this tie. They're going to go for this thing. 4th and goal. Here we go. Back to throw. Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And this Colts defense comes up with a goal line stand. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've got momentum on their side. They were once down 14-0. Now it's even at 14 as they look to put together a drive to get them the lead. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room that if you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage.
Get off the field. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
On 2nd down now, it's Hines trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Throwing his Lock on 3rd down. Drew Lock taken down in the end zone. 2 points for the defense. Well, I don't know if careless is the right word there, but bottom line, here in the 4th quarter tie game, you can't do that.
You sure can, Brandon, and not only do you give up the lead, now you've got to turn around, punt it away from your own 20 as well. So it's really a double whammy with time starting to become a factor.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
Hey, we got four down.
On 2nd down, it's Lindsey, and he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. Lock on 3rd down. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. The first down carry here for Johnson. And that winds up a decent run, and it also takes us to the 2-minute warning. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. On 2nd down now, it's Lindsey, and that play goes nowhere. He's met behind the line, and a penalty flag may add insult to injury.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off.
Now Luck. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He's got Lockett. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Denver has the first down, the play going for 15 yards.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Partner, they're less than 2 minutes to go in the game, which means that this challenge was initiated by the fellas in New York.
And if you're the coach, you're thinking, thank you, New York. They go back to the ground with Johnson. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Keep it up. Keep it up.
Bang, bang, bang. Hey, Charlie.
Luck. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Now Luck. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Easy, alert, alert. It's going to be a long day. Big dash, big dash.
They snap it to Luck. And this is caught for a touchdown. Now hold everything here. Flag in the backfield. This one might be coming back. So on now is Brandon McManus. He has hit from as far away as 57, but that was in Denver. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will push the lead up to 5. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
Here we go. 70, Indy. Hey, Zoo. Hey, Jet.
Here we go. Mike 5. Got to do better.
Hit it.
Back to throw. They'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Now you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
Watch the screen.
Smooth.
5, Mike 5. Good track. Mike 5. Here we go.
Get ready.
On first down, Hines. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
At the 22-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, Echo.
He's back to throw. And an alley to run. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 12-yard line. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now it's Hines. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. They run again with Hines, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
You got it. You got it. You got it.
And down by 5, they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
I got you, son. Hey, Mike 50, Mike 50, Mike 50. Hey, let's get that ball, man. Let's get that ball right here. Safe. Out.
Hey, seam 6.
One final try for Locke. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. No problem there on the extra point. And it would appear, barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Colts, they close out this first half at a very solid 6-2. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for Denver, there's